So hello everyone, my name is Gellis and this is Infinite Modesty Design. At Infinite Modesty Design, we do teach beginners to advanced sewing classes. We are located in Toronto, 14 Brentford Avenue. We also do have our fashion brand. We also just started a children fashion line, fashion sewing classes, I would say, because it's an ongoing class. So it's there geared to teach children, the beginners up to advanced. So if you know of anyone that might be interested in getting the little ones to sew, kindly give us a call or check us out. So we will be looking at the different tools you would need before you actually start your sewing in this video today. So the first tools we are going to be looking at is your tape measurement. So all the measurement tools you would need, one of them, very important, is your tape measurement. So tape measurement itself, it does comes in different inches. So this one comes in 60 inches. I do have another one here, depends on your client itself. Maybe you do have a client that go beyond 60 inches. This one go up to 120 inches. So that's some of the measuring tapes that you have as an option there. The other thing you would need at least is your ruler. So you do need your ruler in order to take your measurement, to transfer your measurement either on your pattern itself, to make sure you get all these going there. So that's one of the other measurement tools you would actually need to get started with your sewing. You may need, of course, a yardstick as well. So yardstick is very important. It comes up to 36, so that's a 36-inch make 1 yard. So your yardstick is important there. So that's a very important tool as well. Now, if you don't have all these tools, that's okay. Eventually, you would get them. But the measuring tape, as what I showed you earlier, is a very, very important tool even before you even start your sewing. This is additional tools as well. You don't have to get it right away, but this is like a curve ruler. It helps you with your armhole. It helps you to make your curve on the side of your skirt, on your blouse. So it helps you in different areas, different method of basically of what style you're making. All right, the other tools we're going to be looking at here is your scissors. Yeah, you definitely need to have scissors before you even think of starting to sew. So I usually tell my beginners, you want to have at least have 2 pairs of scissors. You want to have one for your paper and one for your one for your paper. We use this one for the paper, and one for your fabric. Now, why is that? Because when you have 2 scissors, you want to have one for fabric strictly and one for paper, because you don't want to use your fabric scissors on your paper. Why? Because it would dull the scissors. So you want to have at least, it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be fancy as you know, like this gold scissors. It could be 2 of these scissors. Just put one for paper and one for fabric and pretty much stick to that. All right, so your fabric scissors don't get dull quickly. Another thing you may want to use is your rotary cutter. So this rotary cutter is very make work very easy for you. It's even easier than the scissors. So if you do have a pair of rotary cutter there, you'd also need a rotary mat, but you don't have to invest in that right away. The scissors is good enough, but as you go along and you progress in your sewing, the rotary cutter is a very good tool to have in your closet as well. All right. Other things we are going to look at is marking tools. So you want to probably have a pencil, a marking pencil, or they do have erasable pens, so fabric pens, where you could mark the garment and then eventually erase as you go along. So you want to have your pencil. You want to have chalk. So very important to mark your the measurement down, maybe on the pattern or on the fabric itself. All depends on what type of sewing you're doing. So these are very important there. All right, other things as we go along now, you want to need your pin cushion. So you do need that there. You know that when you cut your fabric out, you want to make sure you pin it down. As a beginner, I always encourage pinning it down. As you progress, you may not need to have the pin, but it's a very good tool to have. Even I myself use it all the time. Okay, other things you would want to have there is your seam ripper. Your seam ripper actually is your friend. I can tell you that. If you make a mistake, you've been sewing this couture garment, very nice and fabulous, and you realize, oh, I sewed the right side and the wrong side together, and it's a big mistake. You could breathe because you have your seam ripper. So that's the cool thing about your seam ripper there. It helps you to get the garment, rip out the old part and put in the new part, and then you can get back smoothly with your sewing. All right. So all depends again on what level you are and sewing. You could you know, you do have to have your fabric in order to transfer the measurements to your fabric, or maybe you want to have a pattern. In my class, we do use pattern itself. Some of my class, my beginners class, I use pattern. As I go advanced class, we don't use pattern. I actually show my students how to use the pattern. So for a beginner, I always encourage, at least you could try with a pattern. So this is one of the pattern we use in my beginners class. You want to have your pattern. You want to make sure you know what style you're making. So all of those things you want to have handy before you even think of, where is that machine? Where can I find that machine in order to start my couture garment? So you want to have those things handy, as we just talked about, before you even think about sharpening your machine and getting with your sewing. All right, so I want to thank you so much for stopping by today. I hope this video was helpful. I will be posting more video on YouTube, so I will be posting it as well to my Facebook page. Hopefully all this video would be helpful. And one more thing, again, we do have a children's sewing classes. So if you know of anyone who have young ones that want to learn to sew from the beginning, grown up, kindly let them know about our Infinite Modesty design. I want to thank you again for stopping by today, and you have yourself a good day. Thank you.